All right, we're going to combine chapters 12 and 13, and that'll wrap up the reviews. Just going to read through these really quick. And again, that's going to give you time. Make sure you have the correct answers. May elaborate on a couple, but most are just definitions from your textbook. So we're going to move through it quickly. Chapter 12, question 1. Which of the following statements do not create an express warranty? And the correct answer is the seller states that she purchased the goods from a reputable manufacturer. That does not create an express warranty. Question 2. An implied warranty of merchantability means that the goods are reasonably fit for the ordinary purpose for which they are sold. An implied warranty of merchantability means that the goods are reasonably fit for the ordinary purpose for which they are sold. Question 3. The implied warranty of merchantability applies to food. Merchantable food would include which of the following? And that would include a can of peaches with a portion of a peach pit inside of it. In most cases, it's it's implied that it's possible for if you've got a peach, a can of peaches that you buy from a store, if there's part of a peach pit inside of it, you're not going to be able to sue if you bite into the peach pit, because I mean that could, we know that that's foreseeable and that could happen. And same with even like fish. If you go to a restaurant, you buy fish fillets and there's a part of a bone inside of it, that happens. So in most cases, that's not going to be actionable. Question 4. Lemon law deals with automobiles. Lemon law deals with defective automobiles. Next question, strict product liability is imposed by law as a matter of public policy. On which of the following assumptions does that policy rest? And the correct answers, that consumers should be protected from unsafe products. Consumers should be protected from unsafe products. Question 6, a defense to product liability is assumption of risk. That's going to be true. One of the defenses to product liability is assumption of risk. Question 7, a court might consider a product to be unreasonably dangerous if a less dangerous alternative was commercially feasible but not produced. And that's true. Question 8, if a creditor fails to follow exactly the provisions of the TILA, a court may rescind or cancel the credit contract, and that's the Truth in Lending Act. TILA is the Truth in Lending Act, and that's going to be true. They're going to follow the provisions of the TILA. Question 9, statute of limitations is not a defense to product liability, and that's false. Because you can't, a product liability claim, 20 years later, you can't go back 20 years and sue for a product liability claim because the statute of limitations expired. So there is a time frame on that, and it has to be followed. Question 10, assumption of risk can sometimes be used as a defense in a product liability action, and that's true. I think that was actually just a different form of the question that we had earlier. So that's chapter 12. Chapter 13, if you write a check to pay for a sweater that you buy, the check's a negotiable instrument. Question 2, you write a check to pay for your haircut. In this transaction, who is the drawee? The drawee is the bank, because that's who pays the check. That's who pays out the check, the bank, hopefully with your money, but the bank is the one paying the check. Question 3, in order for an instrument to be negotiable, the UCC requires that it be signed by whom? By the maker or the drawer. So you're the drawer, the bank is the drawee, you're the drawer, you're the maker of the negotiable instrument. So it's got to be signed by you. Question 4, if you write a check to pay for repairs to your automobile, presentment's a definition in chapter 13, occurs when? It occurs when the person repairing the car presents your check to the bank. So in the garage that you write the check to, when it presents the check to the bank, that's presentment. Question 5, an endorsement is defined as, well, I think we all know that endorsement is typically a signature. So endorsement is a signature placed on an instrument or a piece of paper firmly attached to an instrument designed to transfer ownership or rights in that instrument, which say you write a check, you endorse it, a $20 check, you're transferring ownership of that $20 to the person that you write the check to. Question 6, suppose that you receive a check from your mother. You sign the check on the back and transfer it to your friend Kit in payment for some of Kit's used books. When you signed the check on the back, you became an endorser. The correct answer is you became the endorser. Question 7, which of the following is not a restrictive endorsement? And that's a blank endorsement. If you look at all the other options, that none of those, a blank endorsement's not restrictive. It's blank and there's no restrictions at all. So that's how you have to look at that answer. Question 8, the UCC requires that HDCs take instruments in good faith. This means that the correct answer is the holders must have acted honestly and observed all reasonable commercial standards of fair dealing. So the establishment that takes that check has to take it in good faith that the check is good. If you know a check is bad, you can't take that. You can't take the check, or you're liable for it, and you're going to be the one responsible for it, not the bank. Question 9, anyone who does not qualify as an HDC but who derives her title through an HDC can acquire the right and privileges of an HDC. This principle is known as, this is the exact definition in the chapter, is the shelter principle. The shelter principle. Last question. One universal defense to liability for payment on a negotiable instrument is forgery. We know that if forgery occurs and the person that is intended to be the drawee or the drawer, the bank is not going to pay that because it's a forged negotiable instrument. So it's like a breached contract. A check, in a sense, is a contract. So if it's forged, the contract is no good. Okay, that's it. Good luck with the final, guys. Thank you.